One mic for you, one mic for you. So good afternoon. Welcome to this panel discussion. I was just talking with some of the panelists. So first I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Erwin Wetzel, Director General of the European Vending and Coffee Service Association. Confida is one of the organizers here of VENDITALIA, is a member of our association. We're very proud to be partners and to have the possibility to talk about AI in vending. Okay, so the presentation is starting. So that's the topic. Just going back. AI evolution in vending, transforming your business with artificial intelligence. So I've been working for this association for the last 13 years. And very often we do presentations about market trends. We talk about new technologies, new things happening in the market. We're talking about IoT. And I think for the first time we're touching a topic which is now very actual, which is artificial intelligence. And for the first time, we will address also this topic in vending. Not only in vending, we're talking all about roasting, we're talking about smart fridges, about new technologies, and how it could transform in the next years. I think it's going very, very quickly. You heard in the press that artificial intelligence might replace a lot of jobs. We did the experience ourselves in the association. We were, for example, working with translators. Basically, today you don't need translators. If you want to translate a text, you can do it with artificial intelligence without any mistakes. So you save money, which is a pity, of course, for the personnel who are retrained to do the translation. But it's just an example how you can be more efficient, quicker, and save money. So we said AI is going to replace a lot of jobs. It's true. We are even talking about medical assistance in some cases. Instead of going to see a doctor, artificial intelligence might do maybe a first assessment of your body and get some data. But that's not the topic today. We want to know how in our industry we can maybe use this artificial intelligence, because it's going to be used in automotive industry, in other industries. But now we're talking today with these panelists about our industry. Who has already used ChatGPT here in the audience? Yeah, I would say it's a majority. I have used ChatGPT as well. Look at this picture. I generated it with ChatGPT. So I said this PowerPoint presentation, ChatGPT is going to help me as well. We're talking about artificial intelligence, so why not also using it? So that's the type of, we say it, in an urban environment, type of vending machine of the future. You can think whatever you want, but it's interesting what came out. Of course, it depends how you fit in ChatGPT, which type of elements, which type of information. So you can shape a bit which type of image will get out, but pretty interesting. So I'm just going to introduce you quickly the panelists. I have here on my left Jackie Grant, Vice President Global Sales of Nayax, so more in the payments area, mostly. Paola Campana, she's our only Italian today in the panel, but good to have you. You're from Napoli and dealing with coffee roaster, and also, let's say, blog editor about coffee topics. We have Dominic. Dominic Donillo is head of group-wide vending and autonomous retail at Coca-Cola Hellenic, so quite a large operator. Dubravko Hendia from Televent, so here is one of the main players in the market in terms of telemetry. And Josep Ramirez, operator from Spain, a big one, Allianz Vending, and forward thinking, always interested in new technologies. That's why I invited him also to the panel. With Dominic and Josep, we have two operators who are quite curious about new technologies, so it's good to have you. And then we have Aslak da Silva, CEO of Safely Store, a provider of smart fridges. So welcome, good to have you. It's a big panel, but I thought it was interesting to get the views from different segments, including also from the coffee segment. What is the benefit also for consumers when they drink a coffee, which was maybe made, blended, or roasted with artificial intelligence. So the importance of artificial intelligence in today's business landscape, I listed 7 points, which are shared with the panelists here. So in general, not only in vending, it can enhance the efficiency. That's what I said already in introduction. It can improve the customer experience, of course, because you can get more data. You can respond to how consumers have interacted in certain environments, in retail, in HoReCa. Of course, it's data-driven insights. You can generate a lot of data. You can process them and reuse them. You get a competitive advantage. Cost savings, for sure. Scalability and adaptability and future-proofing. So those are the 7 which were more or less identified, but I would like to ask this first question to some of you, the panelists, if you think there's something missing, something you think from your point of view, from your company's perspective, that artificial intelligence could add to the business. Maybe Aslak to start with.
Yeah, thanks, Erwin. I think the way I see it is it should start with the business's revenue. So that is so clear to me that how to generate more revenue and then data from your own data sources, but also other data sources. So I mean, with AI, there's easy way to kind of ask questions like, how will the weather impact my sales? Is there going to be a traffic jam in Milan? How will that impact that? And then also business decisions related to the revenue. Should I do some discounting promotions now? Where can I learn? A/B testing things. So I mean, those who have worked in marketing so know that, hey, you always want to test that which way to go better, which is the pricing or combos or whatever. So I think this is enhanced a lot with AI because you can calculate these beforehand and just choose the best option. So for me, the main thing is still how to make more revenue in the same spot, same location, same customers, how to like maybe even maximize the revenue. So I think that's where AI is going to kill it.
Weather forecast was a good point. If we look at yesterday, I mean, today we have more people going to the show. But if you're talking about smart fridges and vending machines, we say, okay, Milan, when it rains very heavily, might drop your sales compared to maybe Ireland or England, where people are used to it.
Or that you should sell umbrellas, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, that's again like thing that you're very static normally what you sell. So these tools are already available. That when it rains, sell umbrellas and maybe reduce the price of beverages. But when it gets high, hot temperature, don't sell umbrellas, right? So simple things, but AI will help us to do this that we don't need to think, we just operate.
Josep, you want to add something?
Yeah, this for me it's about connect the companies with our environment, but not with our sector environment. If it's with, for example, as Saslak said, with the weather, with I don't know, summer is coming. You know, in summer you sell more water. So automatically the system proposes some changes for the machines. It's all about connect our companies with the rest of the world, you know. Also with efficiency with our workers. For example, it's an example very easy. Has no sense that a commercial is checking in the company the sales of a customer when something, let's say a program, can tell you, hey, check this customer because you can improve the sales, you know. Has no sense that customer for customer, a worker is checking each day how it's working. It's about efficiency also.
That's a good point. Processing different parameters that you don't have in your own company or in your sector, getting them, processing them, and take some conclusions. Paula?
For me, artificial intelligence is really important because improve the customer experience, match the customer taste, because with the also the roasting process is important because we have technology that are very good to improve the roasting and also to make roasting more perfect for the customer taste. And it's important also because today technology make the customer experience more interactive. We can have also vocal and face recognition to leave the customer the drink that they prefer.
Thanks, Paula.
Well, everyone.
Right.
So everyone touching exactly the important points we're talking about. Those machines need to be a little bit human. Like who's standing in front of the machine, we will recognize if it's by gender. Even we have in Europe this kind of GDPR, we're not allowed to put cameras. But the idea is that when someone approaches the machine, he will spend the time he needs, because usually if those machines are in a train station or things like that, this is one of the things that usually vending operators are struggling. The time that the consumer stand in front of the machine. And if he doesn't get the product or some missing, he will went off because the train is coming. So the machine need to be a little bit human, understand who is in front of the person. Definitely consumer engagement and experience is one of the important topics, and we saw it very clearly post-COVID, that after, consumer is in the centric. We need to be sure that he will return to the machine. This is where AI can help to increase the loyalty, the programs, to make programs much more interesting. And in that way, basically, I'm returning to make the system create more sales for the operator at the end of the day.
Dubravko?
Yeah. Do you hear me? So all of these topics that are mentioned here, there are also topics of BI, topics that throughout the industry exist for 30 years. But what is the main thing, what also Yaki now started to tackle, is that AI is doing two things. It's the reasoning and the interaction. It's mimicking how the humans do. So we do the interactions and we do the thinking. What Yaki said is the interaction, how machine can be more human in interaction. But these are all topics that can also be done by BI. But what AI is doing, he's answering the questions. How can I be more efficient? So now with the vast data that we have at Televen, we have terabytes of data. So nobody can use the BI anymore to get some smart conclusion. So you need to have the systems which will have the reasoning, like pattern recognition and certain suggestions that will then enable you efficiency, improve customer experience, etc. So the main thing about AI is the business questions, and the AI needs to answer these business questions.
Good point.
Hi everyone. I think the panelists have covered most of the points, but being from Coca-Cola, I'm going to double click on the personalized consumer experience. We are currently engaged in Gen AI or generative AI, as you may know. Gen AI refers to a class of artificial intelligence algorithm that generate content, personalized content. This can range from text, images, or even entire scenarios. We in Coca-Cola produce entire scenarios so we can target consumers for these personalized experiences. So in terms of AI, this realistic and unique content is what it's all about. So as Yaki mentioned, you are standing in front of a vending machine. You need to make sure that transaction happens, and content can be very helpful. It can also help you to personalize products, service, as well as marketing offers. So just to be clear, we at Coca-Cola Hellenic, we operate vending machines as well as support our partners, operators in your business. So content management is our added value.
Thank you, Dominic. All right, it was a very good input from you on this first angle, how artificial intelligence could enhance the business. I just wanted to show also this statement that according to the report of the Allied Market Research, the global smart vending machines market is projected to reach nearly 12 billion by 2025, with a CAGR of 37.6% from 2018 to 2025. Those are just numbers, but saying that this is increasing. When we talk about smart fridges or a smart machine, we're talking about data analytics, we're talking about touchscreens, we're talking about cashless or electronic payments, inventory management, So all these things are increasingly, are increasing. But how important from your point of view, and I think the question will be also more so for the operators, to switch to smart machines? Because if we look at the market, we know there's a lot of refurbishment still going on, second-hand machines, some operators still using old generation machines with only cash systems. And then you have some others who think already to the future, say, okay, I'm going to do the investment and already target these new technologies. So from an operator's point of view, Josep, how important from your company is it to switch quickly? Is it important to switch quickly, or still to wait how other industries are reacting or implementing new technologies to smart machines?
Yeah, first of all, I think this figure, 37%, is from 2017. In that days, there were only starting the IoT. You know, IoT, we talk a lot. Nowadays, it seems like very, very far. And it's important to say that, because if only with the IoT, it was about collect data, it was 37%. Nowadays with AI, that it's about to process this data and take decisions, for sure could be double or more. I think it's important to say. And what is the importance? The importance that the companies, the operators, we give to be alive, to continue in the market. Because nowadays, for sure know, the customers are the ones who ask you for that. So if you don't give to the customers what they are asking, don't worry. Somebody outside of the market will come and take your position. And 3-4 years, you will be obsolete of the market. So all importance, because it's about improve our efficiency, but it's also about, as you said, about to make the experience of the consumer more easy, more friendly, and give value. So if we want to be alive, it is important of make this change.
Thank you, Josep. Which brings me to the next slide. So understanding artificial intelligence in vending and automated retail, because today we're not talking about classic vending. Let's say vending is more a way to sell. We say we have also office coffee service. It's a way where we focus only on coffee, but we have automated retail, which is really coming very strongly. So when we say understanding AI, first we also need to give a definition of artificial intelligence in the context of vending and automated retail. That's kind of question I'm going to ask you. Explanation of machine learning and data analytics, real-world examples of artificial intelligence implementation in vending machines, concrete examples. So we talked about inventory management optimization, and we have some specialists, personalized recommendations, customer experience, and predictive maintenance, because we're also talking about the technical aspect. How can I be more efficient? How can I avoid technical failures on machines, on smart fridges, and also here ensure that I have a good customer experience. So it's crucial to enhance the capabilities of all these machines in terms of analyzing data, to make decisions, to interact with the customers, and also to give some feedback. So here, from your company's perspective, how can AI transform vending and automated retail? I'll start with Jaki.
Well, I think that the most important thing is that, it's very easy to talk about AI like it's, it's day by day. Okay, I already thought in the way here, said, okay, whoever have smart home devices using Alexa or Siri, I already think that we can, Erwin, we can have Vendi, give me coffee, or things like that. Okay, so it's very nice to talk about it, but I think that, and my colleagues here will elaborate on that, is that AI is a data-driven. In the end of the day, you know very well who is playing with ChatGPT, is I want information, and there is a mechanism that know to search billions of data in the network and bring you the information that you probably know already. So we're talking about two aspects here of AI, in the point of operation and in point of business. It's mean how AI can help operator to better maintain the day-by-day operation. And I will give my colleague from Televen to explain because they are expert and they have good things. I will not take your thing. I will touch the cashless payment, of course, because in the end, this is the business. The idea, and we talk about, and you will hear a lot of consumer engagement and data-driven. As much as we know about the customer behavior and what he likes to buy, we'll be able to offer the right product. If we offer the right product, we open to cooperation with big retailers, other retailers. We are unattended, but we are unattended retail. And if we know to do the cooperation based on AI with other retailers, then it's smart. Okay, so I'm driving to my work in the train. Usually I need a suite. I know that I will go down the train, there will be a vending machine, but I don't remember which type of suite they have. So AI is bringing the data, bringing the information to the consumer before he touches the machine, before he goes there. And this is based, again, on all kind of elements. So I think that AI involves technology and data. And I know from the world that people in the business of vending, they don't have time to deal with data. Okay, especially they don't have servers to hold the data and also to analyze it. So definitely, it's not a summary from my side, but at least there's a lot of options. You need to assess what you need, what is your goal, what is your missions, where you want to go with implementing AI, and take the right decision. I think that this is the way. Of course, my colleague will elaborate.
That's a good point, Yaki. I mean, we're using artificial intelligence. We thought about it. I mean, we don't have artificial brains here. We still need a critical ability of a brain, which comes from a human, to be able to process the data. That's why we have experts. That's why we are also in the business. But so that means we need to take strategic decisions. How we want to use AI in an efficient way in a business. Paula, your turn. We talking about automated retail and vending. I said OCS is included. You're providing the coffee. Coffee is still the driving element of the business here in Europe, and that's how most operators make also their business. How can it help you now also to improve the business when it's related to OCS?
Yes, coffee is always more used in the vending for the office, in the organization, because coffee we say that is the most that
product.
Yes. And so today we in the future we will have more automated also coffee shop, and we will have coffee available in different taste, in different drink. The experience will be always more
Enhanced.
Yes, and for me, the future of the coffee in the vending is the more automated also coffee shop.
Yeah, meaning that when a customer goes into a coffee shop, let's say in the future, recognize the customer, say, okay, what is his preferences, and is able to, because now we have also coffee machines working with different hoppers, different beans, and able to make also the right preparation for the person who is
It's interesting. Today, the coffee will be always more instant coffee. Also in the specialty coffee, I roast specialty coffee also, and the coffee will be more instant. And artificial intelligence will be used to develop a new variety of coffee.
That's an interesting statement, that instant is going to be more present, but in specialty coffee, it's possible. I mean, what we see also that black coffee, it's not interesting for the younger generation. We're all drinking black coffee, but if you go to a coffee shop, and you probably know it, it's much more complex as a drink, because you have to add flavors, milk, whatever, soya milk. So it's not the coffee that we used to drink, and because of this complexity, artificial intelligence can help also to have the perfect drink and also innovate much quicker. For generations and for decades, we were just saying, okay, we need a black coffee and that's it. Now you have to innovate all the time to capture the attention of the customers. Dominic, you will certainly confirm that as well.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Erwin. I just wanted to talk about a couple of initiatives we are embarking on in Coca-Cola. The first one is segmented execution. You must be wondering, what is segmented execution? Interestingly, I was speaking to Aslak earlier. I want to tell you the story. I started our conversation by saying to Aslak, you must be getting high double-digit growth, right? He said to me, Dominic, no, not high double-digit, high triple-digit growth. And where is this high triple-digit growth going to come from? It's coming from segmented execution. In vending, segmented execution means smart placements. We need to understand where to place our vending machine so that you get the best return on our investment. So that is the most important. And then when it comes to consumer experiences, nowadays we have computer vision, remember? So this is about using not just data, but also visual images to help us make decisions. So this can help with predictive analytics, maintenance, checking compliance against your standards, etc., etc. So the impact of AI is not just about customer experience I spoke about before. It can go beyond in terms of efficiency, in terms of what you can see and manage on a daily basis. So if you take something away from my topics today, it will be smart placements. And how can your partners like Coca-Cola help you with smart placements? Again, Nayax, Televent, these guys can help. But we should all be aiming for that triple-digit growth that Aslak talked about.
Thank you, Dominic.
We at Televent, we also target this triple-digit growth. Yeah, so as Jaki said, there is a human interaction point and then there is a reasoning point. So behind what we are doing, we're trying to help the management to make better decisions. And better decisions come from understanding what is going on. The perfect example is if you hire somebody else which is not from vending industry, they need 2 years to understand what are the machines, counters and whatnot. So they have a big learning curve. So AI can help here to onboard people from different industries just to sit on the driving seat and start to drive. Because what are the questions? What should I do tomorrow? Where is the biggest demand tomorrow? What products should I order? The specific things about your working force. So do I have enough workforce to meet my demand? Will I invest more or less? So these are the type of questions that anybody in business can answer with the help of right consultant. And AI should be that consultant. So we should dig into the data. We should get it up on the much higher level and answer these business questions. And then we can attract different innovation in our industry.
Very good statement as well. Yeah? Giuseppe?
Yeah, just to stress what my colleague said of the smart placement. I think that it's also of the understanding of each consumer. So it's not it's the place, okay, but it's not the place, it's the people that is in the place. So it's about to understand each of our consumers, and but at the level of the single one. So it's about understand that in this place, there is these people, these habits, they used to consume these things, they have this behavior. So it's about this. For me, the smart placement is this, and I totally agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah, very good comments from the colleagues here. So I think we are living the Tesla moment. You just have to choose the engine, which is probably AI. What we learned, so maybe sharing a real life example then, is that when we work with data, so the AI cannot use the data unless it's a specific format and you have the right questions. Vending machines will never have a big assortment available, and they should not have. So you need to really optimize what you're selling at what price, and that's not going to replace any kind of a bigger retail establishment. So we should focus on what's selling at that moment, and there the predictive analysis will help to sell. But what we had to do is to actually categorize all the content into different categories. So first we thought that they are Coca-Cola But is it important to know if it's Coke Zero, Coke Diet, or Coke or with some flavor? And with those questions, we noticed that we need to know both. So we need to know the exact flavor, but we need to also know the category. And then if it's a beverage with Coke inside, or is it also a standard beverage? And then we had to build that category. And then to see like, okay, fresh food, sandwiches, salad go together. Do you buy them together as a combo? So simplify a lot with the data, and then AI can help you. Often people go into too detailed data to start with, and then the answer is that you should have 1.5 Coke Zeros inside the cabinet for 2.7 days, and that will not help you to do any decisions. So if you really want to work with the AI, so simplify the data models first and build the questions that you want to find out. Another example that I had is that sugar-free products, are they bought together or not? And it seems to be that not. People tend to go for sugar-free beverage, but they will go for Snicker bars at the same time. So what does that mean? And then, like Giuseppe was saying, that is in the end understanding your consumers. But I would first simplify a lot, ask simple questions from the AI, build the data set that you have in a way that it can be actually analyzed, and you will have some hopefully eye-opening results to start with, or it can be so that you're doing the right things already. So start from there.
Brings me to the next slide, because you said you have to be more efficient. I'm thinking about the planogram, smart fridges, vending machines. You have a reuse assortment. Compared to retail, where you have a sales area which is much bigger, you can afford to stock, present a lot of products, and you don't care if some of the products stay there for 2 or 3 weeks. It's not possible. And I think the planogram, which is just out of the hat, it's over. I mean, operators cannot work like this anymore. You cannot just say, I'm just focusing on the best sellers, and I put in a few other products, and that's it. That's why there are a few practical use cases I put here. We already touched on a few. One, the enhanced customer experience, so personalized product recommendations, dynamic pricing strategies that you can do now, thanks to telemetry, thanks to smart machines, where you can say, okay, we reach Friday, I have a few fresh products there, sandwiches, salad bowls. I'm going to give a discount of 30% or 50% so people can bring it back home, have a quick dinner, and not throw away the stuff. But for that, you need also the data analytics. But that's something which is possible. Artificial intelligence will help you, because they will analyze what is inside the machine. Improving operational efficiency. We are doing route planning, maintenance to reduce the downtime, minimize stockouts. I think it's something that is can already provided with today's solutions, but can be improved with artificial intelligence. Increasing revenue with upselling, cross-selling opportunities, and improving in coffee roasting and blending with make blends according to consumers' preferences. Paolo, you said already something about this. I mean, we assume, or some professionals assume, that this type of coffee is the one that suits the consumer, because they think, okay, that's a very good blend. Beans, Arabica coming from Guatemala or whatever, say that's really a good taste. But your taste is not necessarily the taste of someone else. And some people think, okay, I have to present the premium coffee, but premium coffee for one person is not the premium coffee for someone else. And that's somewhere we need to adapt. So Paola,
So
you probably confirm that?
Yes, interesting that today we can have a all automated process, roasting process. Also machine that analyze the density and the humidity of a green bean, and also for the roasting is really important that we have a software that analyze the temperature of the bean and also the density in the roasting process. So these allow to the roasting to improve the quality of the coffee of the bean, and also to develop new flavor for the bean. And it's interesting that this process can allow to match more the customer preferences. So today you can offer also different level of roasting, medium, light, dark, and you can match all the international market. There are people that prefer light roasting, people that prefer the dark roasting, and it's important today to meet the customer taste and flavor. And so today we have so many smart machines that improve our process, not only roasting, but we have also IoT devices that analyze better the quality, also for the taste, and we can have more devices important to improve our quality.
I know we are not there yet, but that could be a scenario, because I was just thinking while you were commenting that you're, for example, in an airport, you have a smart hot drinks machine, you have people coming from around the world, and they recognize you in some way with ethnics, from which country, which culture, which type of drinks you want, and they say, okay, I have these possibilities for you. I mean, it's from a GDPR perspective, and it's not feasible right now, but basically would be the best scenario. Say, okay, I have this customer coming from this zone, from this region of the world, and I have a special blend for him, a special quantity, and adapt. Of course, you need a machine also capable to do that, but that's just would be the best scenario.
I want to add exactly to the coffee, because this is when I'm thinking about AI. When I joined Nayax 10 years ago, the best market to understand what is vending is Italy, of course. So I went, and in 1 week I managed to find, 20 to 30 operators to visit them. And one common was, for every operator that I enter, you need to come to taste the new blend that I have. And today I'm a coffee lover, but in the past I was not coffee lover, so he gave me the coffee. What should I say? It's a little bit bitter to me, but it's good, it's good. Yeah, it's good, it's perfect. Yeah. And he gave me a lecture how much it's good, and the taste and the smell and everything. And this is 1 week I returned home, of course you understand, shaking with so much overdose of coffee. But this is the point. In vending machine and coffee machine, it's a one way. There's option, you choose, and you get the coffee. But the machine will not ask you, how is the smell? How is the taste? No, but it can be done. I will add the consumer engagement or consumer experience. It's possible, the technology is there. Simply technology can be implemented to get feedback. Remember, AI, it's a data-driven. You cannot take decision to implement new approach to your customer if you don't have there some feedback from your customer about your business. So I believe that it's time, but the technology is here to be used when we're talking about a coffee machine.
To Bravco, when I look at improving operational efficiency, of course with Televend you already have efficient solutions, but here with artificial intelligence, how can you be even more efficient and support operators?
Yeah. So first of all, you need to understand how complex this logistic business is, because vending is just very good logistic business with a good offering. So you have, from one side, you have demand from the market. So this is what potentially your consumers will consume that day, and what they could consume if they were presented with a product. So this is two things. And then the other thing is your capacity, your operational capacity. What are you capable of? How many people are at work? How many people are sick? Do they have keys to that location? Do they have the right car? Can this car carry this much weight? And then you have contractual obligations. So on this client, I need to be on these days. This is a client that don't like visit after this hour. So all of this have to be blended and then said, okay, I will make this amount of visits. Usually before our clients, before us, were doing that maybe quarterly, and it took them weeks to gather this data and to make a decision and to make a schedule. But now the computing is so powerful that we can do for, let's say, 20 routes this decision within a minute. And then if certain things change, live data, it can recalculate within a minute. So this is completely a game changer. So it's enabling you to respond more to the changes in demand, to the changes in your workforce, and of course in the changes in supply. There is a lot of our operators that had a problem with supply, especially during the logistics from China, etc. So at one point they said, look, people would buy Mars bar, but there is no Mars bar. You cannot order it. Even if you order one truck, I had customers said, I will order one truck. They say, we don't have a truck. We don't have one pallet. So you need to make a quick decision. So AI can help you. Why don't you try that? And then make immediate switch. So these type of questions are bothered by operational management on everyday basis, and we are helping them here to make faster decisions and much more efficient decisions.
Okay, then we move to the next slide. More focus on operators here, the opportunities that you could see in implementation. So the steps to start incorporating AI in your vending business today is to conduct maybe a technology assessment, something that probably you have already done several times, but see first what do you have in your company, see what is available from the suppliers, and if we go from show to show, we see that more and more providers in different areas, but regarding technologies quite a lot. I was talking about with some colleagues yesterday when I did my first VENDITALIA, it was still very much cash focused. Now it's quite difficult now to find a coin acceptor here in the show. It's more about electronic payments. So it's also about exploring AI-powered solutions from providers of vending machines and automated retail solutions, and pilot tests with AI-enabled features. So is it something you're already ready for? If it's available?
Erwin, if you allow me, I want to touch on a couple of additional points, if you allow me. One is, look, I was talking to some of my colleagues here from various markets. I have a few people here with me. And I was asking them, look, what is your biggest pain point, right? Some of them tells me, look, we love selling, but we can't be bothered going through the RFP process, for example. We love having deals with our customers, but we hate contract compliance, for example. So we all do mundane jobs on a day-to-day basis we don't like. This is where AI can help us. So I certainly believe that if you use AI properly, it will allow you to go for tenders, bids, proposals much more effectively. Then another thing you could consider is energy efficiency. Our customers are asking you for better, more energy efficient solutions. So how can we do that? How can you control lights? How can you control heating? How can you control these elements so that it becomes more useful for our customers? Then finally, planning what-if scenarios. So when I sit down with my team, we look at what-if scenarios using AI. What if something happens tomorrow? How do we react to that? So these are important topics that we as a collective need to understand and deal with. Now, when you talk about AI, quality of data is the most important thing, right? So again, Aslaf, you talked about it at the start. We need to make sure quality of data is there. We need to identify good partners to work with. So today, going around the various setups, I have met a lot of great partners, and identifying the partner who works for you. So we have identified our partners. Have you? And how are you going to work with those people to develop the next AI algorithms that work for you? This is really, really important. Thank you.
Thanks, Dominic, for your input. Josep?
Yeah. If you ask me about the steps to start, if I can tell a little bit conceal, is think what you want. What you expect about AI? Because we all know that with AI we can do a lot of funny things, we can have a lot of fun, But for companies, for us, what we expect about AI? What can improve? As like said, how can we earn more money with AI? So this is the first step, because if not, you start burning money, a lot of money, because it's very funny, the AI, but it's expensive. Only in servers is a lot of money. So this is the first part. The second, what you put here, it begin with a small scale, basic, test, and improve. This is the second one for sure. Because if you start with big, it could be a problem, because it's not a problem, it's 1,000 of problems. And the last point is involve all the company, involve all the people, because we know that behind the AI there is a lot of things that people say that no, this will remove jobs, will increase the the people that don't work. It's not really. It's about to make more efficient their job. It's about to give, allow them to give value in other things that nowadays they don't have time. So it's about to involve all the company, explain, be very pedagogic, and don't be afraid about it. And yeah, we told a barrier, an important barrier, the servers, of course. Look, in Alliance Vending, I think we have day by day 250,000 services per day. Per day. Imagine at the end of the year. So imagine the database. So now, year by year. So you have a database very, very big. So you need to spend a lot of money. So it's a barrier that has to be overcome. But the point is here is put in the balance, and you will get more money. So you invest.
Dubravko, you wanted to take the floor?
Yeah, I wanted to just continue on that. So first, what you need to ask a supplier that is saying AI